Yeah. Predictive inference is an easier sell because, often you can tell the CEO or the CFO, hey, look, this is the ground truth and this is what we predicted, and look how close we came, right? But when it comes to causal inference, is there a metric which proves the accuracy of, causal inference as easily as, let's say, predictive inference?
I love this question so much. And that's why I'm smiling. I just enjoy this conversation and generally speaking, discussing about causal inference. So short answer, not really, right? Because you don't have a test to test and prove causality. So basically it relies to do proper causal inference, it relies on two things: technical knowledge. Then you'll have the right metrics, like the right tool, the right model. You have some p-values that will tell you if something is statistically significant or not. But that's just one part. You have domain knowledge, and domain knowledge is as important as technical knowledge in causal inference, because domain knowledge is the thing in causal inference that will allow you to understand if the assumption you are putting on the model, which often are not testable, are plausible, are correct. If you can assume these things that you often cannot test directly, and then that's one part to assess if a model is correct, is really to have a deep domain, very good domain knowledge. And then of course it's to do robustness, sensitivity test. Is you have a doubt about something, you have different ways of doing it, you're not 100% sure, and you test how robust are the estimates when you change and tweak a few things, when you change the time period, the data sets, the way you coded some variables, if it's really robust to the inclusion of additional features or controls, and these kind of things. So if everything is relatively stable and you can really challenge the model, you have a lot of higher certainty. And also usually it's really, I like this metaphor. Proving causality is like finding the culprit of a crime. It's exactly the same thing. You want to say this person did this thing. It's the cause. So very rarely when you have a crime, you'll have a HD video where you exactly see what's happening. Sometimes you have piece of evidence and you pile up evidence until you have basically discarded every alibi and every other suspect. So that's exactly what you do in causal inference. It's basically you have your first model, and then someone says, but what if there is this violation of this assumption? You get back to your data if you need, or you already have an answer, but you get back to your data and you try to include maybe an additional control or test for this potential pathway by changing some things in your model. You see that the model survives, the estimation survives. Good. Then you can again maybe, and basically it's usually this iterative test that sounds a lot more than what you do in scientific research, but in a shorter time frame, that's what we should do also in the business world.